This is Cessna 172. Okay, this is Mr. Cox's airplane. He's actually gonna fly it after we get done.
That's mine.
Those called bigs.
Oh yeah, that he's renting this one, but his real one is that one there.
Russian
So since that was
beautifulness.
back, he's gonna get in that one and go.
That's what this plane flaps though. It's made. That's not what that is. I think that's what
airplane, keep one thing in mind. I'm going to fly it. So if it's going to problem, you might want to tell me. So it's your airplane. If you got questions on the airplane itself, here. It's got a little bit different equipment, but basically the same airplane you'll learn to fly in. It's a 1971 Cessna 172, just like yours. I've got a few little black boxes here and there that may be a little different, but all airplanes have a little difference. I have one of the first IFR GPSs that was put out, a Garmin 155 XL, and I got a little basic Aztec autopilot. And other than that, I think it's pretty standard and pretty much the same airplane that you have. If you have any questions on what the little boxes, like where's a transponder or something like that, all these guys can help you out on that, and I'll be glad to. Okay, it's your airplane, go.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Hey, Sarah. Just having the checklist of how to kind of move it. Because we need like the you know how to do a free flight as well? So you kind of help them out. What's what now? Yeah. Now see, normally the one we have is it's like a lever.
Oh, that one's
so this is a different kind. Yeah, that one is just it works off of suction.
I thought you had to suck on it.
Yeah,
no, so if you blow on it, it'll.
Now in the pre-flight, if you suck on it, it'll.
Oh, you have to suck on it.
Because if you blow on it, it's just like air's going through it. So there are any bugs in there.
So for those for Jackson, Sarah, where does the pre-flight start?
In the cockpit.
In the cockpit.
Okay. Now everybody can't fit in the cockpit at one time.
You can try.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you stand on the right side, and we're going to have students come in on the left side. You kind of explain, okay, here's what's in the cockpit, here's the different instruments and things like that. And that way we can get kids looking in there, and at the same time have some other guys walking around.
Okay.
Okay? Appreciate it.
Wait, that's in the back seat.
You want to sit in the back seat?
Yeah, if he goes on, I'll go as another lightest person. Yeah. The second lightest person.
Probably the lightest person.
Yeah, probably wears like back seat there. Okay. So listen, what we're gonna do for the cockpit portion of it, you guys are gonna take turns. Sarah's gonna be on the right side, just kind of showing you guys the different instruments that are in the cockpit and what you're looking for during that portion of the pre-flight. Okay, and you guys just take turns going up to this side of the cockpit and letting her show you. I want everybody to go and look at it. All right. So go ahead. Go ahead.
I can go ahead.
That's what it looks like.
In the meantime, I tell you what, let's just get 3 guys to come up here. And that way you guys can be over here looking in the cockpit and letting Sarah explain some things to you.
Okay.
I don't know if he has a ladder. Do you have a ladder?
I don't. I have to check the fuel.
Right.
Check the fuel, Rich, see this guy Richmond? He's real tall. He could do it for us because he can see in it. That's why I let him fly with it, because I can't see it.
They look in there? Okay, all right. We'll
But
do
you
that.
should check, the point is you should check the fuel, and some airplanes have little steps here that you could do it, or you bring a ladder. I don't have either to do that, so I have to go get a ladder or get on someone's shoulders or something.
Okay. Do you have a fuel sump?
I do. I
Okay.
have like
Here it is.
the pilot seat too.
Yeah.
All right.
Now check the fuel good for me, because when it sits outside, sometimes it gets water. One time I had water in it, so check it real good for me for water.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. Do you recognize everything in here for the most part? It's a little different. Yeah. So, all right. So I tell you what. You three guys, you guys spend some time just looking in the cockpit.
Okay.
Let Sarah kind of explain to you what you're looking for during that portion of the pre-flight. The rest of you guys, let's take a walk around.
Okay. Well, I guess you guys recognize most of the instruments. If you have any questions about those, feel free to ask me. We have the magnetic compass. Well, actually, that's the thing indicator. There. Usually there's like a magnetic compass that spins around, but that's heading indicators here. We have the artificial horizon, the turn coordinator, the airspeed indicator. We have the altimeter, the vertical speed indicator, and the tachometer. Now down here we have all the fuses. It's all the electrical equipment. You want to make sure those are all kind of in and nothing is popped or anything's wrong. Right here we have the master switch, which turns on the electrical equipment. This is where you put the key in and actually turn on the engine. Here we have the fuel selector, which is where you can choose whether you want the fuel from the right tank, the left tank, or from both tanks. Now in your pre-flight you want to check that just to make sure it's in the indent. You want to turn that like to either side, and then just kind of feel where it kind of clicks. And then move it back to both. So that clicks. And hold on, I'm just gonna ask him.
Okay. Miles, what's the next thing we're looking for?
That would be
Yes, please. All right, you guys, watch your head around the flap.
Everyone clear?
Yeah.
Yep, we're good.
Good.
Okay. Also, you guys, while we're doing this,
Send the
like,
master.
try not to lean on the airplane.
Here we go.
We can touch it, but you know we don't want to lean on it. So, what is this part right here?
This is the flap right here. All right. Then you can check to see if the fuel gauges move when you turn on the electrical equipment. So when I turn them off, they're going to move back to empty. If I do this, they move back down. So that's what you look for in a pre-flight, as well as sometimes is a control lock that fits in right here. It's red and it says control lock, but it's not in right now. You need to make sure that's off. And so the radio equipment and the transponders right here. And it says test altitude on, standby, and off. You have, looks like this has at least 2 radios, but yeah. Okay, any questions?
None.
Alright.
So now, Miles, what we looking for over here?
Yeah, I talked.
crack across here.
Do a little fingertip.
Just a little, yeah. Make sure it's not bending. Back here.
Nut bolt.
Okay. Now make sure when you guys who know what you're doing, make sure you're getting the other guys who don't know what's going on in on this. So let them see what you're pointing at. Explain why you're checking what you're checking. Okay. What are you looking at on this leading edge here? What are you looking for?
Looking for structural damage.
Okay. Structural damage. Why do you do the little finger tap? What does that mean?
Make sure
it's stable.
Okay. So you guys understand this. If all it takes is putting a little finger, a 3-year-old person could do this. Putting a little finger on the airplane, and if you look at the entire airplane, you'll notice that the whole thing moves. What that means is it's structurally sound. There's no part of the airplane that's not connected, so it's all good.
I mean, his tail is light. Get under it. Pick the tail up by himself.
Makes sense.
Not really heavy.
Has everybody looked inside the cockpit yet?
come in and listen to me talk.
Yeah. Why don't we get somebody else go over there and see what's going on in the cockpit? All right. So continue on, Miles. What are we looking for over here?
No, Miles.
What is this surface right here that moves up and down? Just the elevator. What is this control? Who has not done a viewfinder?
Yeah, go look in the cockpit, and then the next two of you guys, y'all switch out with them when they finish. The ones that haven't pre-flighted before, okay?
Basically, you're looking for the same thing as you're looking for on the body. You're looking for rivets out of place, any screws out of place. You're trying to see if it's not bent, like this slight bend in it, but this is actually made. You're looking for
What's that whole? Now you guys, now check this out. Now look at this. When you move the elevator up and down, can you see the yoke inside the cockpit? Yeah. Can y'all see that? What is the yoke doing?
It's mimicking
Look at it. Look at it. Go up in the cockpit and look at it.
pulling back and forward.
Can you see
pulling
it?
back and
What's it doing? It's going back and forth.
Yep.
So now you see that's how the yoke in the airplane controls the airplane, and we know when we do this that we're going up and down. Now if you take a knee and you look under there, you'll see that there's some cables that's under the tail. You see that? You see those cables? Those cables are run all the way through the empennage up to that yoke, and they're connected. And when you pull on the yoke, you're pulling the cable, and that's pulling the elevator. That's how you. Oh, that's how you control the what? The pitch, right? Okay, so what is this right here?
rudder.
This is the rudder. What controls the rudder?
The rudder pedals.
The rudder pedals. Strictly the rudder pedals. Okay. Only the rudder pedals control that. The left and right movement that controls.
Oh,
the
that's
one.
right.
We're gonna see that here in a second. So when you're out here pre-flying, you're looking at the rudder itself, making sure it's secure. Same thing. Anywhere where you see a connecting point, you want to make sure the screws are in there. Okay. What about these right here? What is that? What is that?
The comms.
Okay. You may not know that. That's the VOR antenna right there.
VOR.
You want to make sure that those antennas are there. V for VOR. Right here, what you got? What is that? A light. Yeah, it's a light. What kind of light is it?
Strobe.
Light. Very bright light. Okay. So when you guys go flying, you ever notice the airplanes that come out here? They got that white light that's kind of pulsating. That's what that light is right there. So now when you're pre-flighting, just like with any light bulb, you're looking at it, you're making sure it's not cracked.